Another day, another major injury update for the New Jersey Devils. Head coach Sheldon Keefe gave an update on goaltender Jacob Markstrom and his team captain, number 13, Nico Hischier. We're going to break it down here on Devils Digest, what it means for the Devils season going into the post-Four Nations tournament stretch of the season, the final 24 games of the year. But first, I want to give you a chance to be the first subscriber here on Devils Digest. As I mentioned, I'm Ryan the Goose Gosiker, your host. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into the show. As I mentioned, two key marquee players for this team in goaltender Jacob Markstrom and captain Nico Hischier. We've got updates on both of them. Let's start with Nico Hischier, the captain. This team will go as far as Nico Hischier takes them. I know they have Jack Hughes. I know they have Jesper Bratt. I know they have Timo Meier. I know they have Luke Hughes. I know they have Brett Pesce. I know they have Dougie Hamilton. I know they have this, that, and the other thing. They will go as far as Nico Hischier takes them. Okay, he has been stellar for this team in order to reach where they want to go, which I think right now their ceiling is probably the second round. We'll see what Tom does at the trade deadline. But that's neither here nor there. That's for a different show. The Devils need their captain back. Okay? And I got a little surprise for you if you're listening right now. Watch this, because the captain is back on the ice. I cannot believe we are seeing this as Captain Nico Hischier is back. I mean, Sheldon Keefe did tell us prior to the Four Nations tournament break that we should expect him back for the Dallas game, but just taking a look at his season stats, he has 24 goals on the year. He was at a 41-goal pace before the injury. But man, you can't say enough about what Nico Hischier does. He takes offensive zone faceoffs, defensive zone faceoffs. He starts the power play. He starts the penalty kill. He is a Swiss Army knife, full pun intended, because he is Swiss. He does everything for this team. I'm sure he's the first guy in, last guy to leave, the guy that picks up the Gatorade bottle that somebody threw on the ground. He strikes me as that kind of guy. And for the Devils, he is as critical to their success as anybody else. However, and we'll return to Nico Hischier, but maybe second fiddle is got to be Jacob Markstrom. He has been excellent for the Devils this season. Last year, in the offseason, it was, man, the Devils got to get a goalie. Tom's got to go get a goalie. This, that, and the other thing. Man, did Tom deliver. Jacob Markstrom, although he won't be here for 10 years because he's just at that stage in his career where that's not how it's going to work, he has been awesome for this Devil team. And I want to show you some stats here on Jacob Markstrom. And just looking at his save percentage, you know, you really take out the Boston game because that's the one he got hurt in. When you really look at the grand scheme of things, he's been tremendous. The 4 previous starts to his injury, all above a 900 save percentage. He's been terrific, and there's a high 900 one in there as well. For those that don't know, if your save percentage is .900 or higher, you are in good company. If you start getting to .92, .93, .94, .95, you are top of the league. And so it's really been interesting to see how valuable Jacob Markstrom really has been, because it's not that Jake Allen has been bad. As you can see here by Allen's numbers, they're not terrible. The problem is it's like going to King to Ka. It's going on that roller coaster. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, and it's up and down one more. Okay? He has some games in there you could see in this last stretch, his last 5 starts, he's got 2 shutouts. That's really impressive. Okay, I believe he's got a few on the year. Him and Markstrom are one of the only tandems in the league to have more than 3 shutouts each. Okay, so there's some really good. But man, there are some really bad clunkers in there when you start looking at some of these save percentages. And I believe that one against Philly, as you can see, I believe that's in the 880s, I want to say. That's not good. That's not good at all. So this Devil team really needs Jacob Markstrom back. Allen is a tremendous backup. I don't think there's any problem with Jake Allen being your backup. There is a major problem with Jake Allen having to be your starter for the whole season. And we saw this with Kakkonen and Allen last year when the Devils acquired both of them at the trade deadline, and Allen had to be the starter. He's just not that guy. You know, there's that famous video out there, "You're not that guy, pal." He's not that guy anymore. I know he's a Stanley Cup champion. I know what he's done in his career. But right now, he is a roller coaster waiting to happen. Okay? He is up, he is down, and you don't know what you're going to get from him. This happened to him earlier in the year. When the Devils lost to the Lightning, I believe it was 8-5. The Devils were coming back in that game, had a chance to make it interesting. A couple calls missed in that game. But the kicker was Allen trying to go play the puck behind the net. It bounces off the boards funky and right into the net. And that's kind of been when Allen stinks, man, it smells. Like you got to get the Febreze out, okay? Because that's just how bad it is when he's bad. But when he's going well and he's playing well for this team, they certainly can use what he brings to the table. And again, it's not bad. Like, I don't want people to think about that and say, man, Jake Allen stinks. He doesn't, but he's inconsistent compared to what he was earlier in his career, back when he was winning a Stanley Cup with St. Louis. Like, he's just not a consistent goaltender right now. So they need Jacob Markstrom back. And how can you argue with these statistics? He has just been absolutely tremendous when the Devils have needed him to be. And let's be honest, the Devils' rut, and we don't have the stats in front of us right now, but the Devils' offense was in a big rut for a while, for a big stretch of like right after Christmas, almost up until the Four Nations tournament. And you're like, what's going on? They have all this offensive firepower. This man on your screen saved this team from being way worse. Right? We talk about, the Devils, they struggled this, they struggled that. They're third in the Metro. They're 8 clear of the Blue Jackets and, a couple of those other rival teams, the Bruins and the Rangers. They're 8 points clear of those guys. So that's still a cushion, okay? I believe Columbus might have a game in hand. But the point is, you would think the sky is falling the way people are reacting to this season. So, and it's this man right here on your screen that has allowed the Devils to stay in contention and be in every single hockey game. It really doesn't feel like when Jacob Markstrom is in net that the Devils ever get blown out. So he is vital. The captain is vital. It means the world to the Devils season that these guys get healthy. And I'll tell you why. And one of the big things, we'll go back to Nico Hischier right now. One of the big reasons why they need him back is this man right here, is Justin Dowling. And I like Justin Dowling as a dude, nice guy. You can see he's 34 already. He doesn't cut it. And he doesn't do enough. That drop-off in face-off percentage is statistically significant. And the Devils need Nico Hischier back. They don't have a ton of depth. I think that's really what Dowling speaks to. I think Dowling, he's a hard worker, guy plays hard, he tries to put himself in all the right spots, but he's just not that level. There's something missing, and that's the captain. All right, and we know we could go into a whole side quest about how the Devils don't have enough depth, and their center depth is gross, and maybe that's where they use some of the young pieces, but that's not what we're getting into right now. The Devils need Nico Hischier back because Justin Dowling just doesn't cut it, okay? Curtis Lazar playing center, Hall playing center, Hughes playing center. They need Nico Hischier to complete that four-man center crew and go from there. So it's just going to be really exciting to have Captain Nico Hischier back. I can't wait to watch it at Prudential Center, and I can't wait, as you see here, a tweet from Amanda Stein talking about how the return is imminent for Nico Hischier. You should expect him at Prudential Center on February 22nd when they take on the Dallas Stars in their first game back from the Four Nations tournament. Now, the return of Jacob Markstrom is not necessarily as imminent. I wouldn't say I would expect him to play on the 22nd. Certainly he could, but I think what you're seeing is Markstrom might miss maybe another week at max, but then he's going to be back. And that goes to a point I've been trying to drive home, not just in this space because it's a little bit different, but when I speak to people and friends and hockey fans in general, that Four Nations tournament saved the Devils in the sense of Jacob Markstrom now missed, 6 to 8 games in a 2-week stretch that he otherwise in any other season would have had to have missed. Now he doesn't. Now he can be fresh as the Devils look to make their playoff push. So let me know what you think. leave a comment, reach out. Let me know what you think about not only Devil's Digest, but the topic at hand. How important is Nico Hischier to this team? How important is Jacob Markstrom? Do you have a preference one over the other? Let me know. Leave a comment. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you listening and tuning in to Devil's Digest. Ryan the Goose Gosiker here with you. I do want to just give you one last chance. Come on, be our first subscriber. You know you want to do it. I double dog dare you. So be our first subscriber. Hit that subscribe button. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you next time on Devil's Digest. Have a great day.